Have you ever stopped to observe how some women our age manage to walk into any place and everyone simply stops to look? It's not just about beauty, no, it's something more subtle, more elegant. And you know what I discovered? Most of the time, it has nothing to do with the price of clothes or being born with a silver spoon. I was at the mall the other day having coffee when I saw a lady pass by. Wow, what elegance. Everyone looking, store employees being super attentive, you know that thing. And I was there thinking, what does she have that's different? Then I decided to pay more attention and discovered that there are 8 specific accessories that make all the difference. These are pieces that completely transform any look, regardless of whether you're wearing expensive clothes or not. And the most interesting part? Item number 6 is something most of us already have at home, but use it completely wrong. If you want to discover how to elevate your style and be seen as a person with very good taste, stay here with me until the end, because I'm going to show you exactly what these accessories are and, more importantly, how to use each one of them the right way. Accessory 1. Classic gold or silver. Watch with timeless design. Let's start with something I see many people doing wrong: the watch. Do you wear a watch? Because if you do, you need to pay attention to this. You know those super colorful watches with 1,000 functions, full of details? Well, they might be practical, but they don't convey elegance. What happens is that they draw attention to themselves, you understand? And elegant accessories do the opposite. They complement you. They don't compete with you. A classic watch, whether gold or silver with a clean face and elegant band, speaks for itself. It says, this person has good taste, values quality, and doesn't need excess to get attention. Look, it doesn't need to be super expensive, okay? You can find beautiful options in department stores. The secret is in the design. Prefer simple round or rectangular faces, classic numbers or just discrete markings, and a band that's neither too wide nor too narrow. And an extra tip: if you wear more gold, go with a gold watch. If you prefer silver, choose silver. This harmony makes all the difference in the ensemble. Now, if you're enjoying these tips, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because I always bring content like this with practical tips for us to rock in our daily lives. Accessory 2. Structured premium leather bag without ostentatious logos. Folks, let's talk about bags, because this is another mistake I see happening all the time. Many people think that to look chic, you need a bag full of logos, those that from afar you can already see which brand it is. But the truth is the opposite. Real elegance is discreet. A structured bag, made of good quality leather without screaming logos, conveys much more sophistication than anything full of symbols. What happens with very soft bags, for example? They make the entire look seem sloppy, even if you're super dressed up. A bag with structure that maintains its shape gives an impeccable finish to any outfit. And it doesn't need to be giant, okay? Medium size is perfect. Too big looks visually heavy, too small can seem disproportionate. The secret is finding that balance that works with your body type. Oh, and about color. If you want to invest in just one piece, go with a neutral color: black, brown, beige, or even navy blue. These are colors that go with everything and never go out of style. If you're enjoying these style tips, leave your like on the video. Your interaction helps this content reach more incredible women like you. Accessory 3. Genuine pearls in necklace or discreet earrings. Now comes a piece that is pure discreet luxury: pearls. Folks, you can't go wrong with pearls. They are the ultimate symbol of feminine elegance. But look, there's an important detail here. Very large pearls or very long necklaces can be too heavy for everyday wear. The ideal are medium-sized pearls, not too small that they disappear, not too large that they steal the entire scene. A classic pearl necklace, one of those that sits at neck height, or a pair of discreet earrings already make all the difference. And you know why? Because pearls have a natural luminosity that illuminates the face. It's like a natural filter. And it doesn't necessarily need to be expensive, natural pearls. There are beautiful, cultured pearls that fit the budget and have the same visual effect. The important thing is that they have that soft, natural shine. A tip I love: if you have a more closed neckline, go with a necklace. If you're wearing something more low-cut, prefer the earrings. It's a matter of visual balance. And tell me here in the comments, do you wear pearls? Or do you think it's an old lady thing? Because I really want to know your opinions about this. Accessory 4, pure silk scarf with sophisticated patterns. Folks, now I'm going to talk about an accessory that is pure versatility, the silk scarf. This one is one of those items you buy once and use in 1,000 different ways. You know what happens? Many people are afraid to wear scarves because they think they'll look like little aunties. But look, it all depends on how you use it. A good quality silk scarf with an elegant print can completely transform a basic look. You can wear it around your neck, of course, but also tied to your bag strap as a headband, or even tied around your wrist as a bracelet. Each way gives a different touch to the look. And about prints, prefer classic patterns like stripes, small polka dots, or discrete geometric designs, avoiding very flashy prints or very loud colors. Silk already has that natural drape and shine that draws attention, so you don't need to overdo the visual. The coolest thing is that a quality scarf lasts for years and never goes out of style. It's an investment that's really worth making. If you're enjoying these tips and want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell, because I always bring news about fashion and elegance for our age group. Accessory 5, sunglasses with elegant designer frames. Let's talk about sunglasses, because this is an accessory that can make or break an entire look. Have you ever noticed how some people automatically become more elegant when they put on dark glasses? The problem is that many people choose glasses only thinking about whether they protect from the sun or if they're fashionable. But elegant glasses go far beyond that. They need to have harmony with the shape of your face and with your personal style. Very colorful frames or with exaggerated details can seem too youthful for our age. The ideal are classic frames, black, tortoiseshell, or neutral colors, and timeless shapes like classic aviator, discreet cat eye, or elegant rectangular frames. And look at something important. Quality sunglasses make a difference in the final look. It doesn't need to be super expensive, but it needs to have good lenses and well-structured frames. Droopy glasses or poor quality lenses give it away immediately. Oh, and a tip I always give: if you wear prescription glasses, consider making prescription sunglasses too. Constantly switching glasses or using those dark glasses that clip on top doesn't look elegant. Tell me, do you have difficulty choosing sunglasses? What shape do you think looks best on you? Leave it here in the comments. Accessory 6, impeccably maintained Italian leather shoes. And now we've reached the item I promised at the beginning: shoes. Folks, this is the secret that many people have at home but don't value as they should. You know what happens? You can be wearing the most expensive outfit in the world, but if the shoes aren't well cared for, the entire look falls apart. On the other hand, a well cared for shoe elevates any outfit, even a simple one. It doesn't necessarily need to be Italian, but it needs to be quality leather and mainly be impeccably maintained. Shoes with worn heels, dried leather, or with those marks from poorly cared for use show that the person doesn't pay attention to details. What makes the difference? First, regular cleaning. Second, leather conditioning. Third, changing insoles when necessary. And fourth, storing correctly, preferably with shoe trees to maintain shape. Look, you don't need to have 1,000 pairs. It's better to have 3 quality, well-cared-for shoes than 10 poorly maintained ones. A classic black, a nude, and a brown already solve most situations. The heel height also matters. No super high heels that make you walk badly. Prefer medium, comfortable heels that make you elegant but with natural posture. Accessory 7, high-quality fine leather belt. Let's talk about belts, because this is another item that many people underestimate, but that makes an absurd difference in the final look. Very wide belts or with exaggerated buckles can seem too heavy. What's really elegant is the thin belt made of good quality leather with a discreet and classic buckle. And there's something important. The belt color needs to match the shoe and bag. It doesn't need to be exactly the same, but there needs to be harmony. If you're wearing black shoes, a black belt is always a sure choice. What many people do wrong is use belts on looks that don't call for belts. For example, dresses that already have a beautiful waist cut don't need belts. It can even interfere with the piece's drape. But when to use? On high-waisted pants, on looser blouses where you want to mark the waist, on straight dresses that need definition. The right belt in the right place can completely transform the silhouette. And a golden tip: invest in a quality belt in a neutral color. It will last for years and match practically everything in your wardrobe. Accessory 8. Vintage, brooch, or inherited jewelry with history. And to close with a flourish, let's talk about an accessory that is pure charm, the vintage brooch, or that special piece of jewelry that has history. Folks, this type of piece tells a story without you needing to say anything. It could be your grandmother's brooch, a pin you received on a special occasion, or even a vintage piece you found in a chic thrift store. What makes these accessories so special? First, they are unique. You won't find the same one anywhere. Second, they have personality. And third, they show that you value history and tradition. But be careful with excess, okay? A discreet brooch on a blazer lapel or a delicate pin on a scarf already make all the difference. The secret is to use sparingly and on special occasions. And it doesn't necessarily need to be old. The important thing is that it's a piece with meaning for you and that has quality. Sometimes a well-chosen contemporary piece can have the same effect. So, folks, these are the 8 accessories that really make a difference when creating an elegant and sophisticated look. And the coolest thing about all this, it has nothing to do with spending a lot of money, but rather with making intelligent choices and taking good care of the pieces you have. Remember the lady I saw at the mall? I bet she mastered at least 5 of these items I talked about here. It's this attention to detail that makes all the difference. The important thing is to understand that elegance isn't bought, it's built. It's about consistent choices, care for pieces, and mainly about feeling good about what you wear. And you, which of these accessories do you already have in your wardrobe? Which will be the first one you'll invest in or take better care of? Tell me here in the comments, because I love knowing how you apply these tips in your daily lives. And if this video helped you, don't forget to leave that like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell. Next week, I'm going to talk about the 5 makeup mistakes that age you after 50. You won't want to miss it. If you loved these tips, then what comes next, you're simply going to fall in love with. Right here beside, I left a video that's practically a manual for you to continue becoming that elegant, powerful woman who exudes confidence, presence, and that air of sophistication that everyone notices. And it doesn't stop there. There's also a complete playlist packed with videos that will elevate your style, your image, and your self-esteem even more in a practical, accessible way without needing designer brands. Click now because each video you watch is one more step toward becoming that woman who enchants wherever she goes. Let's continue this wonderful journey together. I'll see you now in the next video.